Okay, we're live.
We are.
Paperweight Degrees Podcast, Episode 1,
First
with
episode.
Coulter and Tyler.
Hell yeah.
So, this podcast has stemmed out of our boredom from quarantine. The entire world is in a pandemic, and we thought it'd be a fucking great idea to start a podcast because why the hell not?
Yeah, the end times.
The
What better to
end times,
do?
brother. Hold on. Okay, so I found this thing on Twitter, speaking of end times. It's fucking Alex Jones. I put it in the Google Docs that we have together. Just open up the link and then play it for everyone so we can see truly how close we are to society collapsing.
Oh, hell yeah. I love some Alex Jones. All right, here it is.
Okay.
I think this was posted by Kelly Jones.
Jones.
Yeah, this is my
that like
ex-husband.
His wife or
It's
oh, ex-husband.
Yeah, it's his ex-husband.
Right.
So she was married
to
him.
She kept the name.
Yeah. And he says that Alex Jones graphically describing how he'll kill his neighbor to feed my kids, and it's just
to feed
nuts.
my kids.
Yeah,
oh my god,
nuts. All right, let's listen
to this. Okay, we're gonna watch this together. Yeah, let's see.
I'm starting to think about having to eat my neighbors. You think I like sizing up my neighbor? How I'm gonna haul him up by a chain and chop his ass up? I'll do it. But I'm
He'll do it.
Looking at my neighbors now and going, I'm ready to hang them up and gut them and skin them and chop them up. You know what? I'm ready. My daughters aren't starving to death. I'll eat my neighbors. When my babies come into the equation, I will cook your ass up so fast. And I'll tell them, oh, I killed a cow out back, baby. Here it is, because my babies ain't going to die for your crap, your failure. I will eat your leftist ass like
why is he a leftist?
I'm ready.
Oh, my
I'll
God.
Barbecue your ass flat. I will eat you. I'll drink your blood. You understand that? I will hang your ass up and cut you into cutlets like a filet mignon and grill your ass before I watch my daughters starve to death. You know, let me tell you something right now. I swear to God, if it's the last thing I do, I'm going to get my hands around your throat.
What? What's his obsession about the neighbors, dude?
Okay. I don't know if his neighbors like pissed him off. I don't know if it's specifically his neighbors or just like someone walking around that's like meaty enough to feed his family. But honestly, with Alex Jones, this doesn't even surprise me anymore because he's had like a long history of batshit crazy ideas.
Oh yeah,
only batshit people crazy
with the frogs and all that stuff. Oh,
like the gay frogs and the Mars pedophile rings. Yeah, like but I don't know why he has this fixation on eating ass. Because out of like all the things you can eat,
I guess there's a lot of fat there.
There is a lot of fat there. Maybe that's like the
most
delicious part.
To an extent, I understand what he like. If worse comes to worse, I'll if I have to eat a human, okay. I mean, I'm not saying I would say that, but I'm just saying that why is he so fixated on his neighbor being a leftist and he's going to eat his ass? Why do you have to go into so much detail about chaining him up? Is there more context to that?
Chaining up like he put like chains around his ankles and then hangs him from a tree, and then proceeds to eat ass.
I don't understand what the fixation is, especially about the ass. If you're gonna say you're gonna eat someone, just say you're gonna eat someone. Why you gotta go into detail about their ass?
And feed your kids with their ass.
Yeah, I mean, he's like, I'll protect my children by, feeding them ass. What are you talking about?
But do you think he's serious about this?
I don't know, man. I don't know if I take anything he says seriously. I'm not convinced that anyone who watches him, I'm sure there's a majority of people that watch him that genuinely believe all of his conspiracy theories, but like when he goes on Joe Rogan's show, I watch it because it's hilarious. He's a hilarious guy. He's out of his mind. Yeah, it's funny to watch, and I feel like most people watch him because he's funny. I'm not convinced that everyone who goes on his site InfoWars goes there for purely information. I think they go there for entertainment.
I've actually met people that believe the shit he says, though.
Oh yeah, I'm sure there are.
Like 100%.
Yeah, I'm sure there are. But I don't know, man. I feel like a lot of people watch him for entertainment value. I mean, Joe Rogan has him on for
I
entertainment
don't know,
value.
man. I think you're underestimating how many stupid people there are in the world.
I agree. I think there are. Maybe there's more than I think, but I think a majority of his
But
audience.
is he gonna do it? That's the real question. Like, does he believe himself, or is he just doing it for viewers?
Yeah, I don't know. But either way, it works for him. I mean, he's massive. He's also out of his fucking mind, but, Didn't he just get convicted for that Sandy Hook stuff he was pushing? That conspiracy theory? I know he
Like-
went to court and stuff for it.
Like proper, like in court, like guilty.
Yeah. I'm
like,
pretty
plea?
sure he went to court for. I don't have a source for it, but I'm pretty sure he went to court for it. And he got into some. I think he got fined or something. I don't know. I'm pretty sure. I don't have a source for that. Like I said,
I know he got shut down. Like on didn't Twitter like remove him,
Yeah.
or was it
Yeah.
Facebook or something? Yeah. Okay.
I think Twitter and Facebook both removed him because he was just pushing madness.
Because of this,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. I mean, this clip goes to show what his content's like. I'm sure there's probably a lot of clips like that, but that one is just so funny because he's just so fixated on the ass. Like, if you're just gonna say, "Hey, if I need to cannibalize to feed my children, I will," but I mean, he goes into a lot of detail about how he's gonna eat people's ass to live. Okay,
but I also
alright.
feel bad for this wife because she like if you read her tweet, it says like homicidal, terrifying. This is my mom's worst nightmare. This is unjust to my kids.
Right.
This girl, okay. Can you? She. How long do you have to know somebody before you marry them?
I think that varies.
Right? Like,
I mean, some people do it
girl-
after a week. I don't know. Some people are nuts. I don't know.
I'm
That's
starting to think.
crazy.
Let me look into this girl's Twitter because there's no way that she just like met him and then a couple days later she's like, "Yeah, this sounds like a reasonable human being that I'd want to fall in love with."
I want to meet post InfoWars Alex Jones. I want to see what he was like in high school.
You mean
Did he go to college?
Pre-InfoWars?
Did he go to college?
I have no clue.
Yeah, I don't know. There had to have been some turning point.
Off of my tuition, I'm gonna say no.
Yeah, right.
But
yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't feel bad for this Kelly Jones lady who married this man because she clearly knew how batshit crazy he was. I don't know. Maybe she was. Maybe she like.
I don't know.
Maybe he like brainwashed her or something.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe she found the truth or something. I don't know, man. I feel like he wasn't always like this. There's no way. She seems really reasonable. I don't feel like she married him knowing he was like that. And now she's totally against it, saying this is insane, because it is.
It looks like, just looking off her bio, it looks like she completely did like a 180. Like,
Yeah.
Mom to 3 amazing kids who aren't allowed to follow me.
Yeah.
Staying strong, pro se, survivor, advocate. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. That's crazy.
Well, that's the tea on Alex Jones. Still
That's
crazy.
the tea.
Glad we
still
have
nuts.
these
There'll
people
be
here.
something next week of something he said. I gotta say, whenever something comes out about him with some crazy clip like that, I can't help but watch it and laugh. They're so funny.
You have to, yeah.
You have
Part
to.
of me wishes that he didn't get kicked off Twitter.
Right? I mean, it's probably
entertainment.
better that he did, because he's probably pushing a bunch of crazy shit.
Yeah.
But it's funny. It's really fun. That's how I feel about Donald Trump too. I mean, I don't like him.
Like, out of curiosity, are you like pro free speech?
Yeah, I mean, well,
like 100%.
That's a trick question. Because I mean, yes, I am, but I feel like, well, I guess yeah, but I feel like if someone's pushing some crazy conspiracy theories, like say anti-vaxxing or something, part of me says that's bad. They shouldn't be able to say that, but at the same time, they have freedom of speech, and people should just be smart enough to look it up or do some research, or people can say what they want, and you should have the brains to not do that. But people don't, and it's pretty dangerous. But at the same time, I feel like I'm mostly free speech, I guess. I don't know. I'd say I probably wouldn't kick someone off, but it's still dangerous.
Right. So, like, it sounds like you're coming to the conclusion that you are better or more knowledgeable on the topic than the other person. And since you convince yourself that you're right, they must be wrong, and therefore they shouldn't be able to give off all these wrong opinions to the public that might.
I mean, that's how I feel, but freedom of speech says that they should be able to say that, and I'd lean more towards that. I still think it's dangerous, but
So I'm on the other side.
I think freedom of
I
speech
think-
ends when it's direct violence or direct terror, or you're putting up some dangerous information about you're going to kill someone and everyone should help you come to this location. That kind of thing. If it's like direct violence, that's probably where
Yeah.
it ends, but that's probably the extent of it. And I guess like something like anti-vaxxing is kind of like that, but it's not direct call to action to go do terror or something. So I don't know. I guess that would be fine.
Yeah, I guess if you have to draw the line between like imminent threat, like I'm about to blow up this building,
Right.
and then just like a bunch of retweets and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
maybe that helps the FBI. Maybe that's a good thing.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I
Maybe
was more
just like
talking
pure hate
about,
speech, like
yeah.
neo-Nazis.
Well, I mean, just to play it devil's advocate, I mean, that's not direct violence, is it? If you call
Well, I
someone
mean, how
some
far do you want to
racist
get, like
name
the
or something,
KKK?
I don't know, man. I'm just saying. I don't agree with it, but
Imagine a world without Nazis being able to
dude,
talk.
Twitter's
Is that a
job is
better world?
hard, man. Twitter, you cannot make everybody happy. It's
Yeah,
insane.
I applaud Twitter
Yeah.
for the shit the problems they have to deal with,
Yeah.
because they're literally a platform for speech,
Yeah.
and there's a
I
lot of
think
smart people, but there's a
some
lot of dumb
cases they
people.
take it a little bit too far with like they'll ban people for it seems like tiny reasons, But I don't know. They have a tough job either way. That's got to be hard to moderate that. I mean, I know they have machine learning algorithms and all that jazz that works on that for them,
They could,
but
yeah.
it's still hard. I mean, they have to draw the lines of what's good and what's bad. It's tough.
Okay, if you don't mind, we can go. I found a different Twitter juice tea.
Oh, Twitter juice
Twitter
tea.
tea. Twitter juice
Twitter
tea.
tea. I like that. What's the tea?
Elon Musk. Elon Musk is maybe losing his marbles. I don't
I
know.
saw that. I know exactly what
So
you're talking about.
right, yeah. So I don't think we've talked about this beforehand, but um, Elon Musk has been going off on a tweet spree, much like Donald Trump,
Right?
about reopening America.
Yeah, I've seen all that.
So he's going very heavy into um, like kind of like Trump-esque tweets of like in all caps, "Free America now," and then tweeting out videos of doctors saying that we need to start reopening, and
Yeah, right.
saying that the government's taking away our freedom for keeping us inside. What the fuck?
Yeah, I don't. It confuses me. He would be the last person that didn't he donate a bunch of ventilators too? I don't know what the issue is with that.
Okay. I think that there might be like a bit of controversy behind that, because I did see one person saying like they weren't like true ventilators; they were kind of just like subpar, like breathing shit that like technically qualifies as ventilators, but it
Right.
wasn't like super useful. I don't know. I'm not too caught up on that, but I'm thinking that there must be some sort of like reasoning behind the scenes that we're not publicly aware of.
See, initially
For him
I
to go off
thought
like this.
that maybe it was just a purely business thing, but he doesn't strike me as the person that would say something like that just because his business is losing or something. But it looks like his stocks were pretty high. In fact, he had a tweet that said Tesla's stock price is too high, in my opinion.
Yeah, that was today.
And then the price has dropped after that. I
Yeah,
don't know
so
if it was because of the
so-
tweet or what,
No,
but
okay.
they
so
were
he-
doing good.
Yeah, so let me see if I could find the tweet. Okay, yeah. So it literally says Tesla stock price is too high, IMO, which is
Right.
in my opinion.
Yeah.
And that was 7 hours ago of this recording. It says May 1st, 2020. And if you look at the Twitter, or not Twitter, Tesla stock, I could pull it up right now.
Yeah, I took a look at it before the show.
So
and they
today,
totally dipped.
Today they dropped 10%.
Right.
And let me pull up like the one day tweet. So he tweeted this. Let's see if I can find like the exact time of the tweet. Okay, 8:11 a.m. This is, I assume Twitter adjusted for my time, which is Pacific Standard. So at that time, the stock market was definitely open.
You know a
let's
bit
see.
more about stocks than I do, but I saw that he tweeted that, and I heard something about the stocks dipped after that, and I don't know why they dipped because
Yeah,
they were going up before that. Even did he tweet that before he went off on the tangent about opening? No, that was after. So was it the tweet about the price is
you
too
could
high that caused it to drop?
you could literally see to the minute. I'm looking at 8/11 right now, and you could see the stock dropping from $760 down to $720 in the span of 4 minutes, which like a $40 drop in 4 minutes. It rebounded a little bit, and then it fell all the way down to $688, and then it oscillated kind of like back and forth throughout the rest of the day, and it closed down 10%.
When did it drop? Did it drop right after that tweet? I didn't catch
Literally,
that
like
part.
the minute he tweeted it, the stock.
Why do you
drops
think that is?
$40.
Because I don't think people buying and selling or be like, oh, he's right. We should. Yep, we need to lower it. I mean, what did they? It couldn't have been just for memes or something, you know?
They
Why
didn't
did that?
suddenly
What
come to
happened
the
to that?
realization. Yeah, like they didn't like suddenly come to the realization. Oh fuck, he's right, and then just like sell
Right.
everything.
Yeah,
It's
that
literally
confuses me.
just like a part of it. Part of it is people literally have bots to watch important people like Donald Trump and Elon Musk
Right.
for extremely controversial tweets for
Right.
stuff like Tesla or just the overall market. We saw that the same thing happened months ago when we were in the tariff war, when Trump and China were arguing back and forth. Trump would literally tweet out something stupid, and then the market would you could literally watch the market drop
Yeah,
in live
yeah.
in live time. And
Isn't
then
that crazy
like
how that works?
the White House would announce, yeah, like some like the two countries are like the diplomacy's working and we're coming to like an agreement, and then like it would start to rise up again. The same shit's happening here, in my opinion.
Yeah, I guess that makes more sense. But I feel like
Yeah.
the tweets before that about reopening, because that's controversial in itself to talk about reopening California and all that stuff.
Yeah,
I feel like
so
that's
reopening
much
America's
worse.
different.
That's much worse than saying our stock is too high, right? I
You
mean,
think?
that doesn't make any sense.
Well, I think tweeting out that your stock is too high is much more influential to the market than just saying like America should reopen, because he's in no power to make America reopen. He's just someone giving his
Right.
opinion.
Yeah.
But when he's the CEO of his company saying, "Bruh, this shit's too high,"
Right. I guess that
like
makes sense. That makes
he
sense.
might know something that other people might not know.
He had some other tweets that I actually thought were kind of funny. I mean, it just a lot of this doesn't even make any sense. But he had one tweet where he said, "I am selling almost all physical possessions. Will own no house."
Yeah, yeah.
And,
like,
and in a reply to himself, he said, "My girlfriend at
my girlfriend
Grimesies
Grimes is mad at me.
I-
Yeah, this is why I want to talk about it.
What does that mean?
Because now it seems like he's kind of like losing his shit, right? Like, okay, sure, you can have like a political view of, sure, we need to reopen. Like, there's two sides to that. Unfortunately, it's politicized, but there's two
Right.
sides to opening America. But like selling all your physical possessions as a billionaire, that kind of seems like
Do you think that's
he's
just a
losing
meme,
his
though?
shit, man. Like, I don't know.
I feel like that might be a meme to say he's selling all of his possessions.
Will own no
I
house.
he's definitely a large memer. I don't think he's joking about reopening the country. I don't think he's joking about that. But I do think that the selling all of his possessions, I think he has to be joking about that. There's no way. Why would he do that? What's the
He says he won't own a house. Where the fuck's he gonna live?
Oh, I'm sure he has a house
His
in his
factory.
office. I'm sure he has several offices that can count as houses. I don't know.
Yeah, like yeah, he has been known to like sleep on his couch like in his office.
Yeah,
like in
he's
SpaceX
a
or in
hardworking
Tesla.
dude.
Yeah, he's crazy. He's kind of like he's like one of my idols in terms of
Yeah, me
persistent
too.
hard work.
I've always
Like, it's
wanted a
insane.
Tesla. Teslas are nuts, dude. I want a Tesla.
Yeah,
Aren't they releasing?
Tesla's great.
They're starting to release an affordable Tesla, aren't they? Is it the Model S?
Well, they have the Model 3.
Yeah, they have
which
another
is
one coming
out
out
now.
don't
Like you can
they?
buy it.
Yeah,
Do they?
they had one
I
that
know
was
they
going to be like 30 grand or something. That's not that much. I feel
That's
like.
the Model S or the Model 3.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay,
Like, so
okay,
it's like you could straight up buy like a new Camry, or you could buy a Model 3.
Dude, I would totally buy a Tesla.
It's sick, right?
Yeah.
And he's totally like taking over the electric car market.
Yeah, it's
Um,
awesome. I think it's great.
Yeah, no,
I don't know.
I'm
How do you
fully
feel
on
about
board.
the Cybertruck design?
So at first I thought, like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, this is crazy. Like, at first I thought it looked stupid, and there'd be no market for it because this is just like this has to be a meme, right? Like, they can't actually be making this. But then like a week or two passed, and it started to grow on me because it's kind of power move, right? Like,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
you roll up in like this futuristic looking like pimp car essentially. And like it's the same kind of vibes as like you show up in like a Lamborghini, right? Like you're showing up, you're making a statement.
Yeah, well, that's what I feel like the problem is, regardless of design, which I don't know how I feel about the design. I don't know if I like it or not. I think it's okay. I think the bigger problem is I think you're right. It's a flex because people who want to use trucks, they don't care about electric cars or electric trucks. They're not electric people. Most people that own trucks, I feel like, are gas monkeys. You know what I'm saying? They're not out to buy an electric truck. If they're buying a
They don't care
truck,
about the
they're
environment.
buying a Ford, or they're not buying an electric car. I don't feel like. Maybe some people, but I don't see.
There is, yeah, like there is kind of like this thing that goes in hand with buying a truck of like you're badass and it's powerful and it makes a lot of noise and you feel in control and powerful.
Yeah.
And I guess kind of like the vibe that Cybertruck gives off is I have a small wiener.
Well, I feel like the conception around electric vehicles too is that you just can't take them very far, which I don't necessarily think is true now. I think that there's plenty of places to gas up. It's not actually gas, but gas up.
Yeah.
But I feel
Charge
like
up.
people who are using trucks, I mean, they're hauling trailers, they're hauling their toys, and I feel like a majority of people who do that, they're not going to think an electric truck is the way to go. If you're going on some
there's
long
a counter
road
argument
trip.
to that.
What is that?
Okay, so the road trip argument is pretty valid because like if you're driving in the middle of fucking nowhere, like say if you're driving from Los Angeles to Phoenix. I know
Yeah.
you've done that drive a lot.
Oh,
I've done that
yeah.
drive.
Yep. I could do that in my sleep.
I almost ran out of gas driving one time. I literally was down to the last 10 miles.
Yeah.
And it was 4 a.m. I won't say why I was driving at 4 a.m. But I like there's no gas stations for like 20 to 30 miles apart.
Yeah.
And so if you just like zone out and you miss the gas station, you're like, fuck, I need to like go 40 on the freeway in the slow lane.
You're scared. You're like, do I need to pull off on one of these dirt roads and turn around? I'm scared.
Yeah, I'm in the middle of nowhere. Like it's gonna take hours for
Yeah.
AAA to get to me. I'm fucked, right? Now imagine that same scenario in a fucking Tesla. Like if you you see gas station up ahead 30 miles, you're like, well, there's no fucking charge up station there. What the fuck do I do, right?
Right.
So that argument's pretty valid. Like
that's what I'm saying.
Are someone that drives, yeah, that's pretty valid. Like if you're a city driver, like if you live in LA, you can just throw that argument out the window.
Right, but you're not. If you're living in LA, you're not going to want an electric truck. I mean, maybe some people, but you're going to want a car, right? I mean, does it? I don't know.
Yeah, okay. So if you're a city person, I guess it is different. But
I think the audience is just different.
Yeah, but there is my original point was there is an argument against like power in the truck because electric vehicles are strictly better when it comes to acceleration and like towing capabilities. I know that there was this video of like the Tesla truck towing an F-150 uphill. Like they chained them together and then like they pulled apart. Like they tried to like pull each other in opposite directions. And the Tesla truck won like hand over fist.
Yeah, I wasn't saying that the Tesla truck didn't have enough power. That wasn't one of my arguments.
Oh, okay.
No, not at all.
Maybe I'm not arguing.
I don't know I don't know the statistics of that, but that's not what I was saying. I don't think that.
Okay.
If there is change as minute, I mean, from what you said, I can believe that, or at least it's comparable, just to keep even. I was just saying more so that people are worried about gassing up. And people who are using trucks, they're not driving around the city where there's going to be a power station, you know?
Right. Yeah. No, yeah, I agree.
I don't know. I think it's a cool idea, though. I mean, if everyone starts using electric vehicles, there's going to be plenty more charging. And I think there actually are charging stations, just in that one example we use now, in between California and Phoenix. I think there are some.
Let me do a Google search. Like,
I think they're getting better, but I feel like just the general audience isn't they're not all on board yet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay, electric car charging overview.
I'm all for it though.
Oh
I
no,
think it's
this is
great.
like how to charge your car. Right?
I think electric's great. Better for the
Yeah, I'm
environment,
totally on
all
board.
that. I'm totally cool with that. Plus, on top of the electric, those cars are just badass with all the features they have and stuff. Fucking awesome. I mean,
Oh,
the
like
self-driving
Tesla?
stuff's awesome. It's just gonna get better. It's pretty
Yes,
cool.
yeah, okay. So Tesla self-driving is a like state of the art,
Okay,
like incredible.
our friend Ryan, he doesn't have a Tesla, but he has I forget what the name of the Comma AI.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Comma AI. He has a plugin that goes into his car that basically makes it to where when he puts it into cruise control, it turns it into a somewhat self-driving. I mean, when you say self-driving, it doesn't get off the freeway for you. It doesn't stop at stoplights, that kind of thing. I mean, maybe they do, but it's used to it's used to just stay in your lane and go. And we went
Is
out
it?
to Arizona with it, and it was
Uh-huh.
fucking awesome. I mean, he just sat there, and it took because I mean, it's like a straight shot, anyways. You don't have to deal with traffic. Even if there is traffic, though, I've seen him use it. It'll stop in traffic,
Yeah.
stop and go, that kind of thing.
So it controls the gas
Yeah,
and the
yeah, it
steering?
totally controls the gas, acceleration. It detects when someone's in front of him, and it calculates
What about
the
the
speed.
steering? Do you have to steer?
Nope.
It does the steering for you.
It goes around corners. It'll kind of beep at you if it's going around a sharp turn and you don't take control, but it'll still do it. It just doesn't like it. Probably for legal reasons,
Yeah.
like hey.
It probably just keeps your attention.
But yeah, I mean, the entire way to Arizona, it just drove us. It was fucking awesome. I mean, keep in mind it's just a two-way, pretty much straight shot with a few tiny turns, but I mean, you get the idea. It's fucking awesome.
Okay, well,
man.
let me ask you this: is it good enough to get roadhead?
Oh, I'm sure. I mean, he was just sitting there. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you just do whatever you
what's
want.
What's the name of this thing?
The company's
like a side note.
Comma AI. Oh, and the guy, you know who GeoHotz is? George Hotz. He's the guy who he was like the first to jailbreak an iPhone. He's super big
like
in like
back in,
the coding
2000
industry.
whatever.
Yeah, that's him, and he started this company. He's super successful now. But anyways, that's his company.
That's sick. Let me wait. So what's his name?
GeoHotz is his online persona
how do you
name.
spell
I
that?
think GeoHotz. He also streams on Twitch now, which is pretty cool. And he just codes a bunch of stuff. Like the last
like George Hotz?
Yeah, George Hotz.
Oh, American
But his,
hacker and creative consumer known for unlocking the iPhone. Oh, so this is his company.
Yeah, it's his company. Yep. That guy's a badass.
That
Guy's cool.
Weird. Or no, maybe not.
He streams on Twitch, and the last thing I saw him streaming, he just tries to solve problems. It's pretty cool. He was just doing a bunch of like COVID research and stuff, and he's trying to do stuff with that now. He's cool. He just does whatever the hell he wants. But yeah, that his company Comma AI makes those. It's pretty cool because you just fucking plug it in and it just makes your cruise control work. It's pretty awesome.
Interesting.
It has some built-in safety features, like if it's nighttime, it'll detect your face, and if it detects that you're looking away for a certain amount of time, it'll start freaking out. So it doesn't want you to not even pay attention, probably for legal reasons.
What if you have your eyes closed?
But if it's daytime, it doesn't really care. It's just nighttime.
Oh.
I forget the reasoning behind that.
Have you seen that video of the guy falling asleep in his Tesla in traffic while the car drives itself?
Yeah, I have.
Is it that good?
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, I didn't see it in like severe traffic. He says that it'll work though. I mean, I think it kind of freaks out because these companies don't want it to be fully automatic like that, because that's a lot of legal issues if something happens.
Yeah, totally. I think anyone would be scared to advertise as
I don't know. I'm more on the side of them being more safe than they are damaging though. I think a lot of people I've heard arguments of people that are just super scared of automatic vehicles and driving yourself, and they think it's so dangerous.
That might be some like a boomer ideology right there.
Yeah, I mean, probably. But I think it's going to take a lot to get people on board with that. But honestly, I think the safest thing would be is if every car was autonomous. If every single car was attached to the same network, then it would be the safest.
Oh, okay.
I think it's humans driving that are at fault. when it comes to
The humans are
that
the
kind of
problem
thing.
here.
Right, yeah. So I'm saying if every single car was autonomous, then it would be much
Yeah.
safer. That's what I think. But even though it's not right now, I think that computers are still really good at avoiding collisions and that kind of thing.
Yes, they are. Yeah, I mean, yeah, they've.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Even now, they're good with humans, but I'm just saying it would be. I mean, you wouldn't have any traffic, you wouldn't have anything if every single car was autonomous. You know?
There's also like the ethics of like decision making for cars like that, because so it's like there's coders that, or like software engineers that are telling the machine to like what decisions to make in what scenarios.
Right.
So if you have like a mother with a stroller rolling out in the middle of the road, do you hit the kid and the mother, or do you like
Right.
just swerve off into traffic and potentially kill the driver, right?
No, I've heard that argument too, and honestly, I have no idea.
There was one, I think this is like a long time ago, but I did see one company, kind of like Comma AI. I'm not gonna like pin it on Comma AI because I'm almost certain that it wasn't it, but there was one group of software engineers that like told the AI, like if it's between killing someone else and killing a driver, you killed the other person essentially. Like under all costs, you are prioritizing the safety of the driver.
Yeah, I don't know,
Which
man.
isn't,
That's
which
tough.
isn't unreasonable.
I don't think. Well, it's like where do you draw the line? You know, it's like how do you determine who's more important? You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Well, imagine going to the like a car market and saying, okay, like this car is really safe, right? And the car dealer is like, oh yeah, man, like you have nothing to fucking worry about. But
Yeah.
just so you know, your car might kill you if it means saving someone else. You'd be like, what the fuck are you talking
right?
about?
Yeah.
Like this car's gonna potentially programmed to kill me
Right.
over someone else. Like why the fuck would I buy this car?
Right.
Yeah, so you can't sell you can't sell that. Like you
Yeah,
have to say
yeah.
like your life is number one, and then
That would be
people are
pretty
like,
hilarious, though. If someone did a prank or
Yeah,
something
oops.
at an auto dealership, like yeah,
They
but
pull
just
the
so you
prank.
know, if you get into an accident and it's you or someone else, like you're done. I'm sorry.
You're toast, buddy.
Yeah.
The car will call 911,
Yeah.
but they'll they'll call your family.
I think they need
Imagine
to
if they
make those
recorded
kind of
like an audio
decisions.
saying, "Hey, I just crashed the car and your husband died.
Yeah.
Do you want me to call like a burial service?"
Yeah.
That'd be fucked up.
Just immediately after the Tesla starts talking to you or something, it's like, you want me to call
Tesla,
funeral
yeah.
homes for you?
Like
You want me
starts
to set
crying.
something up for you?
Like,
You want me to book a venue?
It sends flowers to the widow.
Yeah.
So sorry about your loss.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
My bad.
Yeah, that shit's hard. We got to get Ryan in to talk about that kind of stuff.
I'm sure he knows a lot.
Yeah.
We need like an expert on this.
Yeah. All right.
Um,
What else
if
do
you
we
don't-
have on our list here?
so if you don't mind talking about science for a hot sec.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Yeah, I saw in our notes you had some. Well, tell the people what your specialty is with your very special degree.
Oh, well, okay, it's not like super special, but as like okay, so the title of the podcast is Paperweight Degrees, and I've come to the realization that my degree is useless, except in apparently popular science. I have the unique ability to sort through bullshit. I have a bachelor's of science degree in physics from a good university.
A good one.
A good one, yeah. And
Much better one than mine.
Sure, if you go by rankings, yeah. But the article is LIGO. So you've heard of LIGO, right?
No idea.
Okay.
You're gonna have to explain this like I'm a 5-year-old.
Okay, Eli, I'll Eli 5 this for you. So LIGO is a set of experiments done primarily in the U.S. For detecting gravitational waves.
Uh-huh.
So back in the early 1900s, Albert Einstein theorized his general theory of relativity,
Uh-huh.
which is our best description of gravity as of now. And a long time ago, he like a byproduct of this theory was that there can be these sort of space-time ripples, these like gravity ripples, like ripples in the fabric of space-time.
I've heard of that. Yeah.
Yeah, that can be caused from extremely massive objects, like moving at fast speeds, or essentially like distorting space-time enough to cause a ripple. So, like a better example would like a analogy would be like you drop something in some still water, and the act of you like a rock hitting the water creates a wave, right?
Uh-huh.
So in this scenario, the rock would be, in our case, it would be two black holes merging, as I'll talk
Oh.
about later, and the water would be um, space time.
Uh-huh.
So what LIGO is this, like I said, the series of experiments using something called a Michelson interferometer, which is essentially just a fancy way of detecting these gravitational waves. But the news recently is on. I think they found it a while ago, maybe like last year. But I think there was a recent announcement of a black hole merger. So there's two black holes in a galaxy far, far away. One apparently has the mass of 8 times our own sun, and the other is 30 times our own
Ooh.
sun. So like
hefty
these
boy.
giant, like these giant black holes. But we've spotted like gravitational waves before. I think the earliest known was like 2016 or 17 maybe.
Yeah, I think I
Um,
remember hearing about that.
yeah, but what's unique about this one is that the black holes are so different in their mass, like almost an order of magnitude.
Huh.
So this kind of is very exciting in terms of like in the physics world, because we have more data to test our theory of general relativity. So it's really exciting.
Oh, that is cool.
This I did see a lot of like popular culture articles completely butchering
Oh, I'm
how
sure.
the
Yeah.
experiment works. Yeah, like
Yeah,
it's pretty
I'm sure.
atrocious. But like as a rule of thumb, you could pretty much, if there's some journalist writing about some newly published scientific paper, you can essentially just like stop reading right there. In terms
Yeah, I
of
can
like
imagine. It's probably
finding like
infuriating
scientific
for-
accuracy.
Yeah.
Like they like the language they use completely just thrown out the window. But this is exciting news in terms of the physics world.
So it's the is it the biggest black holes that have ever been observed? Is that what you said?
It's it's special because the black holes are so different in size. I'm not sure if
Okay.
it's actually the biggest, but it's special because it's asymmetric. It's pretty new, actually. This is like they've only had a few pieces of evidence for like black hole mergers like this. So it's really interesting.
Interesting.
But you know, the more you know.
Yeah. Well, that's a little bit over my head, but it sounds exciting. I'm glad glad that you're excited.
It's fantastic.
All right. I want to move on to. I found this on Twitter at first, and I found an article about it that I kind of skimmed through to show. So the whole Jesus Christ, it's playing. There we go. It's playing audio. So all the stuff going on right now with COVID. There's a lot of people trying to open up the states and stop the lockdowns, all that kind of stuff. Regardless of if we should or not, I think it's really funny. The organizer of North Carolina group protesting quarantine rules is sidelined with coronavirus. So the person that was
Okay.
organizing this group of people in North Carolina got coronavirus, and I just think that's
so a protester got the virus.
The organizer of the protester, so the person
organizer.
leading it. Yeah. By the way, this article is from the New York Post. I think that's hilarious. I mean, obviously, I don't want anyone to get coronavirus. I know people that have it that aren't doing good. I think it's awful, but it's hilarious that someone that is advocating to reopen the country and their state got it, and she just happens to be the organizer of it all. I think that's hilarious.
Maybe that's her plan.
Maybe in her head she's like, "This is great. I can show people it's nothing more than the flu."
Yeah, what if she just like comes out and like starts like doing all these like workout. Like she starts like a podcast
Right?
or like a
Yeah.
workout
Yeah,
routine.
look at how
She's
fine
like,
I am.
she's like working out with COVID, and then like she's just like putting up like 200-pound bench press and just like killing it.
Yeah, well, I mean, the bad side of that is if she has a mild case or something. I mean, I don't want anyone to have a severe case. I know people that have severe cases are not doing well. I don't wish that on anybody, but
Yeah.
if she gets a mild case, then she's going to be like, "Oh, see, it's not that bad. We need to open up. It's nothing more than the flu. Everything's fine."
Yeah, she's gonna make her own case study.
But
like
if she
yeah.
gets it really bad and is hospitalized and all this stuff, people,
She-
I don't even know how they're going to frame that, because her protesters aren't going to just be like, "Oh, you know what? Let's not open. This is bad." You know?
Is this her like in the video thumbnail?
Where? I'm not sure. I haven't made the video.
Like open up the video maybe on stream?
Yeah. I'll play it right now. No, it's just footage of protesters. This
So I'm not sure if
protester
there's
in this
music.
video.
Let me see if there's.
No, it just has some background music going.
Okay, yeah, it's background music. It's not like popular.
It's awful,
Uh-huh.
dude. These protesters, one of the clips in this video, I'm showing it on stream, has the babies in car seats. Well, not, I guess toddlers in car seats.
Oh,
They're
I see,
holding
yeah.
reopen signs.
Reopen North Carolina, yeah.
That's awful. Let me mute the sound.
But yeah, she does seem pretty overweight. Is
Yeah,
that a
I
pre-existing
mean-
condition?
I'm pretty sure it is.
Obesity?
I haven't seen her in the thumbnail.
It's got to be, right?
I'm pretty sure. Well, I'm pretty sure diabetes is.
Diabetes.
I'm not
is?
saying
fuck.
she has diabetes, but I think being overweight, I think, is probably a factor in that.
It can't be. It can't help her.
You know, the other argument I've been hearing, which really, really pisses me off, is that it only affects old people, and like it's not that big. Okay, let's say that aside from all of the stuff that we heard about these young, super fit people getting it and getting super sick and dying, which I understand that old people are more at risk, but where the fuck you draw the line? I know people who are older, not very old, but older, and they're in that bracket, but it's where do you draw the line of they're too old? You know, it's like, well,
Yeah.
I saw this thing on Twitter. Ben Shapiro had a video clip, and I just saw a snippet of it, but he said something about the average lifespan of an American or just a person is 80. It's like, okay, well,
What? That seems really
dude,
high.
I mean, what do you say? Like, oh, well, you're over 80 anyway, so you're just sorry. It's time for you to go.
We
like,
already wrote you off the book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where do people draw the line on that? Because you can't just dismiss it. Like, there's not just 10 people in the world who are older. You know, it's like,
Yeah.
where do you draw the line? I don't understand.
Okay, well, I'll play devil's advocate. I'll take the other side of the argument here.
Okay.
Just so we can have some sort of discussion about it. So I don't think it's a question of people's empathy, where they say, "Oh yeah, you're an old piece of shit. Like we don't. First of all, we don't need you. Second of all, there are people more important than you." I think it's more of a, like it's negatively affecting so many more people than it's helping. So everybody is affected by this in a negative way. However, if we were to reopen, the only people negatively affected by this are the people that are uniquely susceptible to it. So the healthy people are now, living their normal lives, whereas now they're kind of fucked because we're all of us are in quarantine for those old fucks.
Yeah.
So it's kind of you kind of have to say, like, if you look at it in terms of like the most economically, or I should say, what's the most beneficial for everybody.
I think that if we were to
in terms of
reopen,
sums.
that it would spike back up, though. I think it'd be
That's
worse
true.
in the long run. I can see that. I
That's
mean, obviously the economy being down is bad, and it's hurting a lot of people.
Yeah.
But I think, morals aside of people getting sick and dying, opening it would just be worse for the economy because everyone would get sick. You know what I'm saying? It would be worse for these companies because if
Yeah.
everyone's getting sick, no one's going to be working, even if no one's on lockdown. You know?
Okay, well let's look at like a long-term point of view. So in the long term, there's really, in my mind, there's really only two possibilities here. One, we all stay in quarantine until either miraculously the virus goes away, which really isn't possible, but more realistically is we get a vaccine. And then after the vaccine, we mass produce this, and then after the mass produce, the government forces everyone to get it.
Right.
There's like 3 steps here. That timeline is very long. Right?
Yeah, very long. I mean, vaccines
Extremely
themselves, I mean, they take a few years, don't they? I mean, at least a year or two.
I mean, with how many resources are being thrown at this right now, I wouldn't be surprised if it was like doubled.
Yeah.
Like how fast we can get it. But regardless, we're still months and months and months away before all 3 of those things happen.
I hear you there.
Right.
I don't think we're going to be able to stay closed that long, but
yeah, we've only been in quarantine for like 6 weeks now in America.
Something like that, yeah.
Right, and people are already losing their shit.
It's
like there's already protests on the street, and
it's going to get worse too.
Right. So the other option is we reopen at some point. Now the question is, at what point do we reopen?
Yeah, that's what I was going to
How do we reopen?
Yeah.
Right. So, clearly, we can't just reopen everything all at once because then all those old people and the people with pre-existing conditions are going to get fucked and die. So I think the best way to reopen is to do it slowly, but have the least susceptible people go out first, which is statistically younger people without pre-existing conditions.
Yeah.
Right? We on board here?
Yep. Yeah, I agree.
Okay. So if we let all those younger people out, then one, obviously it helps the economy to some point. But you'll also see most likely a rebound in the cases, like globally, or I should say nationwide, like amount. So like it'll increase faster now that more people are out and about. Hypothetically.
Yeah, I think the question is what line do we say? Okay, now it's time to start reopening stuff.
Right. So I guess if I could, the point I'm trying to make is instead of waiting for a vaccine and then mass producing and then government enforcing, I think the more realistic way out of this is something similar to the flu, where stay on board here, keep an open mind, where people naturally just sort of become get their own antibodies from it.
Right.
So there are flu vaccines every year, and not even half of the population gets it every year because the government doesn't require it. But yet we see like 45,000 to 60,000 people die. I'm kind of pulling these numbers out of my ass, but there are thousands and thousands of people that die every year from the flu, the common flu, every fucking year, flu season. Let me find how many deaths there are right now in America.
Yeah, it'd probably be good to see how much it spiked.
Right, because if we can,
I think that's my problem with comparing it to the flu, is that it's not. I don't think a lot of them account for the time, as in this is just like the coronavirus has just spiked and spiked and spiked. Like the flu's been around, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay, so in America, let's see how many deaths there are. 8 deaths. Okay, Johns Hopkins is not helping me right now. This is very. So I guess the point in the logic is, if you eventually this is going to have to be a herd immunity kind of situation where, like, the panic dies down. If you want to call it panic, I guess it's pretty fair to say.
I think it's fair to say, yeah.
And people like go out and live their lives, and the susceptible people, you could stay inside and protect themselves until they feel comfortable coming out. Like this is sort of like an individual choice, kind of thing. But we can't stay in quarantine forever, so let people live their lives.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with that to an extent. It's just a matter of when. Like, when is
Sure.
it safe? I don't know. Maybe when the cases start to die down quite a bit, but even when we do reopen, I think they're going to spike back up. You know what I'm saying? I think that
Yeah.
I
I
think
mean,
there needs to be some government set up program that can give older people or people with pre-existing conditions or whoever wants to opt in to stay home. I don't think that employees should be forced to go to work after it
like the
open.
meat
I think there
workers
needs to be some sort of choice for everybody, not just people with pre-existing conditions too. I don't
to
know.
to stay in.
Yeah, to stay in, work from
Sure, it's
home like
understandable.
everyone's been doing. I don't know. It's a tough call. It's really tough because I agree. You can't stay in quarantine forever, but even from an economical standpoint, if you open it up too fast, it's just going to get even worse and fuck everything up even more. But the question that is far
Possibility,
over
yeah.
my head is when is the turning point to where we say, okay, let's start opening it back up? Because it
Well,
looks
what
like
if we?
the numbers are
What if?
not going down still.
Yeah. One could argue that the numbers are kind of stagnating. There's no longer this exponential growth that we've been seeing. But I would argue that they're certainly not going down. Like we are now
Yeah,
at
yeah.
1.1 million cases in America. Um, but what if America took out some sort of policy like Sweden? I'm sure. Have you heard of this? Like the
I've heard a
Sweden
little bit
model that
about
people have
it.
been talking about it.
I've heard a little bit about it. Yeah.
Yeah. So like their take is like, who gives a fuck? Like we're gonna stay open, and if you get coronavirus, you know, stay home, take a sick day, walk it off, and then
Yeah.
come back to work.
Yeah.
So they're treating it like no more than like someone sneezing. Like
Right.
it's literally just like you
Yeah.
have allergy. Um, that's a bit extreme, but I think it's more reasonable than the entire country staying indoors.
Yeah. Well, I think it might be a little different based off just size as well and how they're equipped and how we're equipped. I don't know.
Sure,
Sweden's got to
like it's
be
not a
the
one to one.
population has to be minuscule compared to the U.S. I don't know the exact numbers. And also the part of it is how many tests they have available, their treatments, and that kind of thing. Which I guess there
Sure.
aren't really any treatments
You
other
know, what I
than
think is
making
gonna be.
sure they can breathe.
I think the tipping point is America is going to, okay, at least for America, I'm just talking in terms of our problems. Um, Eventually, we're going to get our shit together and get enough testing so that we can extrapolate to the entire country, and we can get like an accurate enough data sample.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Agreed.
once we get like a solid testing, then we'll have a better idea of the mortality rate.
Right.
And if we can show that the mortality rate is similar to illnesses that people aren't afraid of, then I think there's a strong chance that the public's going to say, okay, this is getting ridiculous now. We're all losing our jobs and staying indoors and hiding from one another over nothing more than
Yeah. But what
over
if?
nothing more than less deaths than like a heart disease causes in
Yeah.
America per year.
We're on the same page with that. I think once we learn more about it, it's very, very important that we learn more about that. But
Yeah,
let's say we get the test back and the mortality rates are double everything else, then what? Like
sure.
do we still stay in quarantine? I mean, it's a
Shed
tough
some
call.
I will shed some optimism. Like when this all started, the mortality rate was frightening. Kind of like I saw estimates as high as 4%.
Right.
A lot of people were saying like 1.5%, 2%. But in the U.S., we can argue whether or not like they're using their statistics
Yeah.
properly. But I've seen statistics as low as 0.5%.
Yeah.
Which is an order of magnitude lower
Yeah.
than something as crazy as 4 or 5%. Which is great. Like you don't have to be partisan to say that this is good news.
Yeah. Right.
Like you don't. Yeah. So I think I'm hoping that numbers are going to say, look, we're chilling. Like this is like a normal mortality rate. More people die in car accidents. More people die from suicide. More people die from like other preventable deaths.
Yeah.
So we really don't need to be as worried about it as we are.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
that's
I think
what I'm.
I think the data that comes in will just give everyone more of an indicator as to how to proceed, you know. And
Yeah.
hopefully the optimistic side wins out against the dangerous side, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone, it doesn't matter Republican, it doesn't, everyone wants it to. Nobody likes this.
No, it fucking blows.
I mean, I will say, I think a lot of people enjoy working from home, though.
I'm gonna counter that argument. I fucking hate working from home.
Well, a lot of people like it.
Well, if I had a job, yeah. Hence, paperweight degrees.
Right.
But yeah, I worked from home previously for a short time, and I fucking hated it. I loathed every second of it because I needed coworkers to talk to, and I needed like I don't know, just like more physical activity of like I don't know, fucking driving to an office and moving around and working and talking to people instead of sitting in front of a computer, hours
Yeah,
upon the
I
day.
think it just
But
depends on
that might just be me.
depends on the person. I mean, I work from home as a developer. I just code stuff and mainly do web stuff, but I enjoy working from home. My problem is I just get too distracted, especially being a freelancer. But I mean, that's my only
You
quarrel
go on
with it, and
YouTube and
that's
go,
just
oh, what is
myself.
this?
Right? Yeah, you just get
Right.
lost in YouTube. But I mean, just to each in his own. But anyways, I think in the next few weeks, hopefully, we'll have a lot more data on this kind of stuff, and that'll tell everybody how to deal with. But I think it's going to get way crazier before it gets better, just in terms of protests and. What did you see what state was it that people stormed the state capitol with like firearms and stuff? What did you hear about that?
What the fuck?
I don't think I wrote that down either. Yeah, I
This is
don't.
America, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, has to be.
Let me see if I could pull it up. I don't know what. Michigan, that's what it was, and this is from BBC. I'm just pulling this up now. Let me send it to you. We can go over this together. That's crazy. I know that other states are different than California where we're at, but I think it's a little insane for protesters to bombard the state house with firearms. I think that's a little crazy.
Wait, so for people that can't watch the video, it looks like there's a bunch of people outside the Capitol building from Michigan. And do they have guns? I don't see any guns.
I'll play this for the stream here.
The current state of emergency is not the virus. The current state of emergency.
Oh shit. Okay, yeah, there are people with like AR-15s and bulletproof vests.
Yeah, I'm playing the video for them right now.
Holy shit.
People need to have the responsibility. That's what freedom means. We all take risks every single day. We get in our cars and drive, even though some people will die in car crashes. And, we have the flu every year, but we don't shut the whole economy down and disrupt all the supply chains. And now we're looking at possible food shortages and who knows what.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see the analogy between driving a car and this virus because I don't know. I think that in the video, one of the protesters made a case that we drive cars every day and some people will die in car crashes, but I think the big difference is COVID you don't control if you have it and you give it to someone else with so say you're not in the category and if you were to get it you're going to be just fine. And you know that for whatever reason, you just know that you're going to give it to other people who might not be susceptible, and that's not something you can control. If you get into a car, you're in control and you're taking that risk on your own. I feel like it's not really a good analogy.
I kind of see that. Yeah, no, I kind of see that reason.
But aside from that, it's kind of crazy that the armed protesters are entering the state house. That's wild. That's nuts.
Yeah, I don't know why America always has to be the country that just like pulls out the weapons.
And what's the point
Like
of
at the
bringing
first,
the
at
weapons?
the first sign of any sort of disagreement, is straight to the AR.
I mean,
I
that's
don't
just
know why
nuts.
this
Why do you have
this is
to
like-
bring a rifle to prove your point? This has nothing to do with gun rights
I'll
or anything like
I'll-
that. It's a virus. Why are you bringing
I'll
guns to that?
fucking tell you why I gotta bring goddamn gun to this, because if I shoot the goddamn bastard in the face, then I win.
I think it's just a statement to say you know you can't stop us or whatever. That's my assumption, anyways.
Maybe, yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, but
Americans
either
got some
way,
pretty big
that's
balls, huh?
that's pretty wild, and that is from BBC.com
The
is where I'm
BBC,
showing this
yeah.
article at. I think we had.
Do you wanna maybe change topics?
Yeah, I think we had
Okay.
one more topic, I think, or maybe a few. Let me see what's on our notes here.
Well, one that I thought was kind of funny was this drive-through strip club.
Oh yeah, that's great.
Hell, okay.
Let me
We
pull
need
this
to
up
we
for
need
everybody.
to discuss the fuck out of this.
Yeah, right.
So, I saw this on Twitter. It got linked to me. This apparently this strip club in Oregon, in somewhere in Oregon, has this drive-through takeaway service at a strip club. So I'm not sure if we can show this on stream. These pictures.
I already did.
Probably-
I'll edit it out
Fucking
later
Christ.
if we can.
All right.
if don't
We
think
might have to
can.
blur
I
these,
might
but-
might black this out later.
Yeah.
But the pictures
It
are.
looks. This is so like cyberpunk-esque, where like these girls are wearing these like full gas masks, like these
Yeah,
World War
yeah.
One mustard masks, and like high boots and nothing else, and
I'm
like some
definitely editing
pasties
these
over their
out later.
nipples. Yeah. And they're outside on these like makeshift stages with poles, and they're kind of just dancing. And then there's like these, like, you know, like when you're passing through states, like you have to drive through the border, and there's like different lanes you go through, and you like sometimes talk to like a border patrol agent. It's exactly this, but with cars driving through these lanes with like girls on like each side.
Yeah, this looks wild.
It's fucking. First of all, it's great. This is America's capitalism at its finest.
Right?
But second of all, their kitchen is open. There's a picture of this girl handing a bag of food to this dude in his truck, wearing nothing. So it's literally a stripper handing off food.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
Is this not? Yeah, this is fantastic.
I mean, that's that's funny. I don't know what else to
you
say
wanna-
about that. That's just hilarious.
wanna
I
eat
mean,
that food,
they're
though?
holding out metal buckets for tips. I mean, it's just like a regular
For
old
tips.
strip club, but you just drive past.
It's all the best. It's all okay. Well, I'm not gonna say it's all the best parts of the strip club put into like a drive-through, because I'm not sure if the food is the best part. But they definitely have the lights. They definitely have like the smoke. They have like the strip club atmosphere.
Yeah,
going
yeah.
on here
I saw that
with-
they had the smoke going on.
They
That's
have,
pretty
like, the
crazy.
smoke
It looked
machines
like they almost
running.
had it tarped off or something.
Yeah, like this big old like easy up tent.
Yeah, yeah. That's
Like-
hilarious.
Lights flashing, smoke pumping, titties out, food probably not delicious.
It's probably
Girls
pretty bad.
overweight. Like it
I
is
wonder if they
American
have one of
clothing.
those, to go like trailer food trucks or whatever, like at the exit or the entrance or something. Be fun. You think they charge an entrance fee? Like they have a
They must.
bouncer
They
that
must.
stops cars and charges.
No,
an
they have like a
entrance fee?
gate, like a parking gate.
Yeah,
Like you pay your fee, and then like the arm comes up, and you could drive through.
yeah.
God, imagine telling like your girlfriend or your wife, you're like, "Hey, I'm gonna run get some food."
Yeah.
They're like, "Okay, honey." And then you come back like 2 hours later, like, "Where the fuck were you?" Like,
Oh,
"Oh,
I got some shitty hot wings though.
There's a long line. Yeah."
Long line. Man, that's funny.
God.
In
Well,
Oregon.
this is fantastic.
Fantastic news for Oregonians.
Yeah, you're welcome, Oregon, if you
Alright,
didn't
what
know about
is
that.
this video you sent me of a Russian helicopter accidentally fires during a flight?
Yeah,
Let's
so
show
I was-
this.
This is just me browsing Reddit. Maybe you want to show it on stream first.
Yeah,
Can
yeah, I'll
I
show
see it at the
this.
same time, or are you just gonna show
Yeah,
it?
I'll show it to you as well.
Okay.
Let me share my screen here. share this. There we go. All right, I'm gonna play this.
Okay, so it looks like. Okay, so I guess this is Russia.
Only in Russia. Oh my god! Jesus.
Fucking hell.
That's fucking wild. What were those people
So-
doing? Just watching the helicopters or what?
Yeah, I don't really know why they're there and why they're
That's
filming
what I
as
was
well.
thinking.
Yeah, but it says accidental. How do you accidentally fire off a missile?
Yeah.
Can you explain
See,
that one to me?
I'm sure that guy
Like-
lost his job. That's what I'm thinking. How do you accidentally, like,
This is Russia. He probably just died. Like they
I'm
probably just
getting
killed him.
reports that you fired your missile?
Is this? Yeah, looking at the paperwork here.
Sorry, boss,
and,
I mixed up the buttons
It
there.
says here, I meant to push the button for land, but apparently I pushed the button for murder my friends filming me.
Right.
My bad.
Yeah, that's
So,
nuts.
I don't leave it to Russia for this kind of bullshit to happen. And to get on film. The Russians are fantastic getting shit on film.
Right? I feel like they're all paid actors over there. How do they record
I think-
everything over there?
Well, I think I think it's really popular in Russia to have like dash cams in your car. I'm not sure if it's required. That wouldn't shock me, but I think there's a lot of people in Russia that also just like throw themselves in front of cars to try to get insurance money.
Oh, I'm sure. Every college student's
So, like-
dream.
Dude, you have no idea. Yeah.
No, I think we have a pretty good idea.
Actually, you probably do have a good idea, yeah. So yeah, I don't know. I thought this was fucking insane.
Yeah, that is pretty nuts. Only in Russia. I think you're right though about the filming. They get everything. All the crazy clips.
They're great at it. Yeah,
It's all
props out to
Russia.
Russia.
Nuts.
Thank you for keeping us entertained.
Yeah, thank you. Papa bless. All right.
Did you want to talk about Valorant?
Yeah, we've been playing the shit out of that game. That game's fun, man.
Yeah. So, new game alert. Riot Games, who makes League of Legends,
Oh yeah.
released the beta for Valorant. If you're on Twitch, you kind of have to know about it, right?
Yeah, I'm
It's
sure.
It's insane. It's
I'm
insanely
sure
popular
everyone's
over there.
heard of it.
But basically, it's the love child of Overwatch and CS:GO
Yeah, and it's great.
put together.
It's great.
It's in beta right now, so and they think they just dropped competitive, but they still got some kinks to work out. But so far, wait, what do you rate it?
Yeah. I mean, I'd probably give it a 9 out of 10, or maybe an 8 out
Really?
of 10 for a beta game. I'd say
Okay,
for a beta
it's-
game, I'd give it
yeah,
an 8 or a 9. I mean,
it
it's a
works
good
pretty
game.
damn well for.
I like
for
that
beta.
it attracts a lot of different people. So I'm more into FPSs than you, and you're more
Yeah, you are.
into top-down MOBAs and that kind of thing. But it
Yeah.
attracts both of us. I mean, we both love it. We
No,
both
yeah,
play
like
with
I've
people
never. Yeah,
who
the
play
closest
with.
I've played to this game is probably Overwatch, and I
Yeah.
haven't played that game in years.
Yep.
But I always shied away from CS:GO just because I saw like it being too competitive and sweaty.
Yeah.
So I was kind of skeptical getting into this, but it's pretty fun. I'm not gonna lie.
It's fun. It's fun. The servers
It-
are real good.
It works
Um,
surprisingly well for being in beta. It's lacking some content, like they need some more maps and
Yeah, but I mean,
achievements
it's
and
to be
skins and all
fair,
that.
it's in closed beta on top of that. By the way, anyone
It is,
watching
yeah.
who wants to get their hands on Valorant, the way to do it is to link your Twitch account with your Riot account. If you don't have a Riot account, you need to make one and link your accounts. And basically, you watch any Valorant streamer, you'll see it drops enabled, but they all have it if they're streaming Valorant, and
Yeah.
then you get a chance. You basically get put into a large pool where you get a chance to get a drop. And everyone that I know who wanted it has gotten it. It's
How
been
long
a while.
did you have to wait to
but-
get yours?
So I watched it. Another thing, by the way, you have to watch it for, I believe, you don't. The more you watch it, you have very small advantage to other people. So the more you watch it, you get a slight advantage, but it's not that much. So you just have to watch it for an hour or two, and then you're just in the pool. You don't even have to be watching it when you get the drop. You just have to watch
Wait,
it for a
really?
little bit to
Oh.
be in the pool. Yeah. So if you watch it during the day and you go to sleep, you might wake up and have a key. That's what happened to me.
Oh.
Yeah. So there's a lot of misconceptions.
Wait, so
with that.
you got it within the span of like a few hours?
No. So our buddy Kevin got in right away. He got it in I think like
Yeah,
2
fuck Kevin.
days, and I got it in I think a week. I think in a
Yeah,
week I got it.
I'm on the same boat as you. I've been simping for Pokimane for like a week straight, trying to get this goddamn code. And all my friends got it within like a night, like a single night.
I was pissed.
Yeah, I was
pissed.
sitting there, I'm like, hey, did you? I don't know. I legitimately like checked my account, like, did I fucking leak this right?
Right, yeah, I did that several times,
I was
making
getting
sure it's
worried.
all linked up, checking your email. Maybe it didn't
Yeah.
show up on Twitch.
Yeah, did I miss a notification
Yeah.
or something?
But
don't know,
I mean, the game itself it's amazing. I mean, they made it to where if you know anything about, so I'm not an expert, but so CS:GO servers are 64 tick. The regular matchmaking is if you do something like a private server, an ESEA or something, it's 128 tick, and the servers are better and the hit registration's better. But Riot, all of their
Right.
servers are 128 tick, so the
all of
gunplay
them?
just feels all of them. All the public matchmaking's 128 tick as far as I know. The gunplay
That's
is
impressive.
really smooth. The hit registration is really good.
So like theoretically twice as smooth as CS:GO, right?
I mean, you can look at it like that. Yeah, it mainly affects. Well, I shouldn't. I'm not an expert in this, but it feels a lot better. A
Okay.
whole lot
Yeah,
better.
the
It's a
feel
great
is
game.
better. Huh.
If you liked Overwatch or you like CS:GO, it's definitely worth giving it a shot. I know some
Yeah.
people who are really competitive in CS:GO. A lot of streamers really like Valorant. Some people who are into it, they don't really like it though because I think they were expecting it to be CS:GO but better servers, and it's not. It's not CS:GO.
But that's
It's not
yeah.
Overwatch. It's a little bit of a mix.
I don't. Yeah, I wouldn't even like it if it was that. I guess.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, I'm not like. I don't
I
know
think
if I'm the
some
target
people
audience.
expected it to be just a clone of CS:GO, and that's what they
Oh.
wanted, but with better servers. But it's not.
But that
it's
would
its
be
own
such a
game.
bad move. That would
Yeah,
be such
no,
a bad move
I
because
agree.
CS:GO's already huge.
I agree. I agree completely.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's great. They unlocked. I think it was yesterday. They unlocked the rank system, so you could play 5 games and then get ranked. I got absolutely
yeah.
boned in my. I did 3 of my placements, and I lost in OT in 2 of them, and the other one was really
Oh,
close. I
okay.
was pissed off, dude.
I've only played with one. I only played one.
Yeah.
I played with Mike last night.
It's definitely fun though. I mean, what I really like about it is unranked and ranked are the same exact thing. Like Counter-Strike doesn't do that, and I don't know why they don't have an unranked matchmaking that's the exact same as ranked.
Well,
It's always
the
a little bit different. The economy's a little bit different, I think. The player count's different.
Oh, really? That's
Yeah,
super lame.
yeah. I haven't played CS:GO in a while, so it may have changed. I don't think it did, but I really like how they're identical in Valorant.
Huh.
I mean, the mechanics of the characters are really cool. You could do some really cool stuff.
Yeah, that's the part I like. I like the different characters that have different abilities. That's what makes it fun for me. Because if that wasn't there, honestly, I'm not sure if I'd continue playing it.
Yeah, I think it's just really cool how they incorporate. It's not like everyone can buy smokes and everyone can buy nades and everyone can buy everyone has their own unique utility ability. I mean, it's a bit of a meme because, like for example, one of the characters, Raze, was everyone complains about her because she just all of her
Wait, who?
abilities do a bunch of damage. The Rocket Lady, Raze.
Oh, is this the hillbilly chick with the rocket launcher?
Yep, the utility
Okay,
rocket.
that bitch. Oh my god,
Everyone got pissed because her ult is literally just a rocket launcher, and
It's the definition of overpowered. Yeah.
They did nerf it, to be fair, and I don't think it was as bad as people were saying. But for the most part, all the abilities are some sort of utility that may be kind of like a smoke, or maybe they're all unique. So one
It's
person's
super fun.
abilities
I'm in
aren't
love
going to
with
be the
it,
same
yeah.
as the other, and every character has a different play style. So you have controllers, defenders. It's really cool. I think the abilities are a really nice touch.
Yeah,
Really nice touch.
I'm. Is it gonna cost how much money is it gonna cost when it drops? Like out of beta, like officially?
I think it'll be free. I mean, it's Riot.
Wait,
I
really?
mean, League is free too. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it'll be free.
They
I'm
probably
talking
just
out
have
of my
like the
ass here,
skin.
but I don't think I haven't heard anything about it, you having to pay for it. I think they're going to make money based off of skins, and I think
Skins.
you also are able to purchase agents, is what they're called, which is basically all the various
Agents.
players that you can
Oh, the
use.
different
Like, yeah, the
characters with the
different
different
characters.
abilities.
They
Oh,
call them
okay.
agents. But
Whatever.
when you play, I don't know, 3 to 5 games, and you can get some unlocks to unlock 2 different agents, and then you only have,
Yeah,
I think it's 3 that you don't have unlocked. It would be
it
cool for
might be
them
more
to
when
have
like
like
a real game.
a free weekly rotation like they have in League. So every week,
Oh, so you could try out new
you know,
heroes
yeah,
or new,
I'm
whatever.
sure they'll
Okay.
do something like that though. The skins are also really fucking cool in that game. Because
I'm surprised they have skins in beta.
not only are the skins cool, but you can get animations when you reload and stuff, which I think are pretty cool. I mean, say
Yes,
what you want about
that's pretty
skins and
cool.
stuff, but I mean they got to make money somehow. That's how I am about skins.
How do you feel about like the skin model for making money?
Oh, I think it's great. I think the skin
You on
model
board
is
with
the
that?
best way to make money because usually when there's skins, well, not usually, when a game is free, they need to have skins to make money, and I think it's a great way to make money. I think when you start adding in, you have to buy stuff that's more
do you personally buy
overpowered.
skins?
Yeah, I have in games before. Yeah, I bought
Okay.
skins in League,
Okay.
CS:GO.
Yeah.
CS:GO is a little different because it's a player ran market. But I mean,
Oh,
in
is it?
CS:GO, you can buy keys to unlock crates to get random stuff, that kind of thing. But anyways, I think skins are a great money model. Amazing. As long as it doesn't affect your ability to win or give you some sort of advantage, I think it's great. My only gripe that League does this too, where you can buy heroes and stuff, but it's harder. I like Dota 2's model more, where you can buy or you just have access to all the different characters to start with, and then you can buy skins. I think that's a
Oh
cool
yeah.
model. But yeah, skins are great.
I'm
It's a
on.
great way
Yeah,
to
like
support companies. Yeah, I mean
I'm
they
on
got to make
board
money
for.
somehow. If it's a free game, how are they going to make money? You know?
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, like the idea is if it's free, you get as many people to play as possible, and then somewhere in the game you make money. I'm always on board for cosmetic purchases because me myself, I just don't buy skins because I would rather spend my money elsewhere. That's just me. But I love how like people could still be happy but not have like a competitive edge over me just because they poured money into the game.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah, I think it's
Yeah.
great. I mean, if companies got to make money, especially if it's a free game, I mean, that's a great way to do it. If you want to support okay, my favorite game is Rocket League. I mean, the game itself is only $20 and it goes on sale all the time. And
Yeah.
I bought skins from them because I paid $20. I have, I think, 1,500 hours on that game. I got well over
Fucking
my
hell.
money's worth. That's a great company. I love that game. And if I want to support it and I have some extra money, I'll buy a $5 skin. Why not?
It's a good
Great way to
Are
support
they a big
companies.
are they a big dev team? Rocket League? I don't know who makes.
Yeah, it's Psyonix is the dev company. I don't think they're
Psyonix.
massive, but I think they're pretty decently sized. I think Rocket League's their only game though, as far as I'm aware. But I mean, they're a decent sized company. Actually, they got a lot of heat recently because they swapped to. They're still on Steam, but they got, I believe, Psyonix got bought out by Epic Games, which is
Oh.
they host Fortnite, or they made Fortnite, and they're trying to get their own Steam like marketplace for apps going, like a Steam competitor almost. And a lot of
Epic is?
people are very angry about that. Yeah,
How many
they've
games
been
do they
signing. I mean, like for Borderlands 3, they signed an exclusive deal where Borderlands 3 had to release on Epic Games first, and then it could come out on Steam 6 months later.
Wait,
They're
does
trying to
Epic
compete with
Games
Steam.
have anything to do with the development of Borderlands? Like, are they
Nope.
responsible for making the
Nope.
game?
They're
Okay, so
hosting third-party apps now.
Oh, so they're
So
trying
they're
to make
competing
a
with
Steam.
Steam. Yep.
So
And a
they're both a
lot
dev
of people
team
are
and a
pissed
Steam.
about that. Which I am not a fan of.
Well, wait a
Fortnite.
second. Isn't Blizzard doing this? Like Activision Blizzard doing the same thing?
Yes,
they have
but
all the
they're
Call of
not
Duties.
hosting. They're only with Activision. They're not with. I'm pretty sure. Yeah,
Well,
Epic Games is just taking third-party indie developers, like whoever wants to host their game there can. Much like
if
Steam.
I make a game, I can just throw it
Yeah,
to.
I
throw it to
believe
them
so.
and
Yeah.
Huh.
So
Well,
they're trying to compete with Steam. I think some.
why would
Personally,
they
I
get
don't
mad
like
that way?
Epic.
It's
I don't like
competition.
Epic Games. It's because of Well, I know they had some security problems in the past. They
Oh.
had some. I don't know to the extent of what it was, but they had some security problems with their website and stuff. But I think people are more so just mad because the people just hate Fortnite, and I do too. I hate Fortnite, but I don't blame Epic for that. I don't know. I probably wouldn't download Epic to get a game unless I really wanted it, but I don't think they deserve all the hate they get.
Yeah,
That's
I
how
was
I feel
never,
about
I
it.
never, I don't think I've ever played an Epic game before.
Yeah,
Like I never got on the Fortnite train. I think what
Yeah.
honestly the biggest shoe away for me was on Fortnite was all the middle schoolers and high schoolers making TikToks about it and all
yeah,
like the cringy shit of
Yeah.
like the Fortnite dances
Yeah.
and the obsession with it.
yeah. No, I agree with that. I will say, I think Fortnite is a really well-made game, but it is just definitely not for me. I think the core mechanics of it, I don't like the building in it. I just
Oh,
don't
I
like the
see.
game, but it runs really smooth and there is a lot of good stuff about it, but it's just not for me.
So it's optimized, but you just don't like the
Yeah, it's a
the
really
mechanic.
well-made game, but it's just not
That's
it's
fair.
not me. I don't dig it. But I do
Yeah.
think that Epic gets a lot of unnecessary hate. And I don't particularly like Epic either. I think that Steam does it way better, but Epic is a lot newer. Steam's been around to grow and perfect. They have just perfect everything right now because they've been around for so long. They have a huge team. They have several of their own games that are really popular. I mean, Half-Life,
Hmm.
Dota, CS:GO.
Oh,
Those are all
yeah.
Valve games.
Big
They're
memes,
well
man.
set up, but I think competition's good anywhere in any market. So I don't know. We'll have to see. I don't think that Epic is going to overtake Steam anytime soon or anything like that. I mean, other people have tried like Uplay or Origin and all that stuff, but I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't blame developers for doing it though, because I'm sure they got some big deal to go over there first. Borderlands 3, they had to have signed they signed an exclusivity deal, I believe, and that's why they did it. And I'm sure they got just money out their ass
Fat
for it.
paycheck. Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
But anyways, yeah, Valorant's a great game. They're Riot.
Oh yeah,
Should
Valorant.
definitely play that.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, I would. If you can get a beta key,
Yeah,
definitely.
yeah, definitely.
It's not even that big of a file. Download it, give it a shot.
Yeah.
If it's money, that's a different question. Like when it drops. But if it's free,
I don't think it's going to cost
own
money.
choice.
But I do think the closed beta will be open for. I've been reading some of the developer blogs and interviews and stuff, and they said they didn't give a specific time, but they said it's going to be open for a while, and they said
Probably
they're
a
going to
few
keep it
months,
in
right?
closed beta even after ranked released, and ranked just released. So they're going to test that out for a while, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, they need as much data as they
Yeah.
can get.
Yeah. So I'm sure it's going to be open for quite some time. So, watch some Valorant streams. Try to get a key if you want. It's a fun game. It's worth a shot. It's not that big. Just even if you just
Yeah.
leave it on your computer overnight, let it run or something. You don't even have to watch it for that long though. When you watch it for an hour or two, you get put into a pool. You don't have to be watching to get the key when it drops. You
Right.
just get put into a pool and it just randomly selects people. It's not a lot of people say you have to watch it for a trillion hours. Like, yes, your chances go up very slightly from what I've read, but it's
Not worth though.
Yeah. And I think Riot's letting more people in now. So yeah, I mean, watch the stream. At least watch it for an hour or two just to be in the pool. And just if you get it, you get it. If not, then
I agree.
whatever. I don't know when the official
What
release
are
date
we?
for it is though.
How far into this are we? What's our time?
We are an hour and 25. I need to wrap it up soon. I gotta
Alright,
go deal with some family
we can
stuff.
call it here
but
if you
yeah,
want.
I think that was all of our topics anyways. I think it's a pretty good first episode.
Yeah, solid. We can draw the line here. We are gonna try to make this a weekly thing. I think it'll be pretty easy to do.
Yeah, this one wasn't streamed on Twitch, but we're planning on streaming on Twitch on Thursdays. We don't have a specific time yet. We might figure that out later. Just get a time together, and then it'll be up on YouTube on Fridays. And then eventually, if we start getting requests or pick up some traction, then we'll try to release it to actual podcasting platforms, but that'll come later. We'll see how this goes. So
yeah, but we have all the usual social media stuff. We got a Twitter, got an Instagram. That'll keep you updated.
Yep.
And then watch the
Yep.
podcast on YouTube
Follow
if
us
you
on
want.
YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Instagram. We're gonna try to upload segments of our episodes on Twitter and Instagram. So be sure to follow there. Obviously Twitch if you want to watch it live, and YouTube for the VODs, which is where you're finding this one. So yeah, this was the first episode of Paperweight
All right.
Degrees.
Paperweight Degrees, episode 1. We'll call that a wrap there.
Yep. See you next week.